The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family. You know you're giving them the best.
Q Radio.
Q Radio.
Welcome to the first Pets Corner of 2014. Coming up in today's show, we find out from the PDSA welfare report what we don't know about looking after our animals, and we asked animal behaviourist, is it ever okay to dress your animals up?
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
The National Pet Healthcare Charity, the PDSA, has just launched its animal wellbeing report, and surprisingly, 8.3 million pet owners are not aware of the 5 basic things for health and happiness for their furry friends. And joining me is Sean Wensley, who is a vet with the PDS in Northern Ireland. You're very welcome, Sean.
Thanks very much.
So, Sean, it's quite shocking, really, that 8.3 million pet owners are not aware of these 5 basic things. And also, the PDS have launched a new innovative digital tool called the Big Pet Check, which is hopefully going to educate people about these 5 basic health and happiness aspects of animal welfare.
That's right. This is PDSA Animal Wellbeing Report that we've just recently launched again this year. It's the largest annual report into pet welfare that's undertaken. What the survey leaves us in no doubt of is that we're a nation of animal lovers, but we have found that there's around 8.3 million owners that aren't aware of the 5 basic things that are necessary for good health and happiness in pets. So these are the so-called 5 welfare needs, and they're actually now covered by legislation. But really, they're the 5 things that most people want to achieve for their pets anyway. They're things like a good diet, a good home, that they have appropriate companionship, and appropriate healthcare. PDSA really wants to do is help raise awareness of the 5 welfare needs, educate pet owners so that we see fewer problems and more healthy and happy pets.
And Sean, you as a vet, are you surprised at the report that some people could say there are very obvious things that as a pet owner you should know?
Yeah, I think what the needs do is give us a framework for approaching our pet's health and happiness, or a way of thinking about it. So what the 5 needs does, in a really simple way, it gives us a starting point to think about what's important to our pet. It kind of allows us to start seeing the world through our pet's eyes, and if we could tick off each of those 5 things, then the chances are they've got a good quality of life, which is what we want.
So Sean, what is the new digital tool that the PDSA have launched?
Well, this is a way of helping owners sort of break their pet's well-being down into the 5 areas. And basically, it's a fun online tool. So you can go on, it's at abetterlifeforpets.org.uk, and you can go on there and it'll guide you through those 5 areas and then hopefully send you off to other sources of advice. And that might be your local vet practice, or indeed places like the PDSA website and other charity websites. There's loads of help out there, and it'll sort of send you on a journey, hopefully.
That sounds fantastic, Sean. So just give us the website address again, please.
It's abetterlifeforpets.org.uk.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
Many of our furry friends over Christmas will have got some items of clothing in their Christmas stockings, but is it ever okay to dress up animals? Well, joining me is pet behaviourist Dr. Sarah Millsop. Sarah, what do you think about dressing our pets up?
It's a really tricky one, isn't it? Because I think you can make a distinction between dressing up pets for our amusement and dressing them up because it's in their interest. So we can think about people who might use protective coats for their dogs, for example, when the weather is bad and they're out for a walk. But there certainly is an increasing trend for people to dress them up just for fun and maybe dress them up unnecessarily. So it's something that we are seeing more and more, and it is something that animal welfare experts are starting to get a little bit concerned about.
And Sarah, when you were saying earlier about taking them out for walks, does an animal feel uncomfortable in the cold and the rain? Do they appreciate you putting a coat on them?
I think it depends on how they're introduced to the coat. If they've been introduced to their coat with positive reinforcement, so if every time they see the coat they get a treat, if they're desensitised to it, so if they wear it for short periods of time, gradually building up to wearing it for longer periods of time, they can see it as a really positive thing because it will be an indicator that they are going out for a nice walk. And it's quite easy really to tell whether an animal is happy or not about a particular situation because you can just look at their body language. You can figure out, is your pet enjoying what you're doing or are they tolerating it? Because just because they go along with it, it doesn't mean they're happy about it. Maybe there are some individuals that do enjoy being dressed up, but in my experience, they would be few and far between.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.